Hi guys, this is going to be Vlogmas number 3, and today we're going to be talking about books, just a bunch of books that I am recommending. And if you have someone in your life that loves to read, maybe they haven't read one of these and it would be a great gift for Christmas. So we can get started. Okay, so the first book I think that every human should read, whether you like reading books or not, is The 4 Agreements. This book is a holy grail. Very important if you are going to start getting into self-help books and books about improving your mental health, your relationship with others, and starting your own journey, maybe as being an entrepreneur or just, you know, a career, school, or whatever. I think every adult should read this book at least once in their life. I read this book maybe once or twice a year, just as a reminder of things that I need to be unlearning if I have not already. So definitely The 4 Agreements. It's also in Spanish. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz, and he is a great author. Definitely recommend it. It's pretty much a roadmap to freedom and to enlightenment. So it's a super thin book. But I think if you want something for like a stocking stuffer or something, you can get this for yourself or get this for someone. They will appreciate it once they read it. Trust me, guys. So the second book that I highly recommend, I actually don't have the physical book here with me because I let my cousin borrow it. She's pregnant. And the reason I say that is because this book is called Like a Mother. It's by Angela Garbs. The title says, Like a Mother, a feminist journey throughout the science and culture of pregnancy. So that, I don't know if you could see, but that is the cover. It is so good. Like, it doesn't matter, even if you're a guy, if you're married or you're not married, if you're a woman, I feel like you should read this book. Just so you could see how beautiful a woman's body is and what we're able to do with our body. Like bringing a child into this world and all the struggles that our moms could possibly have went through. It really makes you appreciate moms and women in general, right? So I tell everybody, like all my friends that get pregnant and my cousins and stuff, I always let them know that they need to read this book and that I have it, they can borrow my copy and then get it back to me. It's just kind of like preparing those first time mothers. And also I know a lot of I have friends that are lesbian that they don't plan on having kids, and they love it too. So it's like anyone can read this book, but I think it's like so powerful and you learn so much about a woman's body. I mean, obviously if you take AP or you're a nurse and stuff, like you know how the woman's body works or a female body works, but this book is just like in depth. And it's kind of like, it gives you a little bit of science, but it also gives you a little bit of like the real deal of how it is to be pregnant. Obviously, some cases are different, but she shares different stories from different pregnancies. So definitely recommend. So let me drink my little drinky drink. I'm going to show you guys how to make this next time. It's a little mixture that I make. This time is not alcoholic, guys, so can't like get me in trouble here. Plus I'm 30. Cheers. Alright, so the next book that I recommend is probably a book that you've seen around. It's by Jen Cicero. I think she has 3 books, or probably more than that. So these are the 2 books. You're a Badass, a guide, a how to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. This is the first book that I read from her. And then the second book that I read from her is this one, You're a Badass Every Day, How to Keep Your Motivation Strong, Your Vibe High, and Your Quest for Transformation Are Unstoppable. I can't talk. When can I talk? I don't know. But guys, these are fun books for those who don't like to read big books, but want to like pretty much get into those self-improvement books. These are starter pack right here. Definitely. And you know what I do, maybe you could even give them, you know, one of these books and give them a highlighter or something, because what I do with my books, let's see if I can show you a little thing. I love highlighting little things with a pen. I don't know if you can see, but all of my books, that's why when I borrow my books to friends, I'm always like, just so you know, I highlight everything. So it's like she kind of, I will say this, if you are a person who is highly sensitive and almost borderline depressed, don't read these, because she kind of goes off on you just to get a point across. And I don't recommend you reading this or giving this to someone who is very low and feeling not okay with their life. I mean, she calls people like the B word and stuff. I think she's trying to literally be a badass to get her point across, but it's really, really good. It reminds me of a like toned down Gary Vee. So definitely recommend these two books. For all the creative people out there, this book, I swear, Steal Like an Artist. This is actually Michael's book, but he read this to me. And he loves it. Guys, he does not read books, right? I'm like the book junkie at our house. He doesn't read books. But this book, he did read. Because it's not full of words, like in crazy paragraphs. There's tons of cool pictures and stuff. But if you have an artist in your life, a graphic designer, a painter, whatever it is, a musician, it doesn't matter. This book is like a holy grail for like any creative person. So it talks about unlocking your creativity, not waiting until you're like super ready to get started. I think that's a key point in every creative's lives or entrepreneur. I feel like you will definitely get a use of this book. It talks about using your hands, how important it is to have hobbies and side projects, how to be nice if you struggle with that in that department. Definitely recommend this to anyone who has a person in their life who is a creative. And it's pretty small too. It's like pretty small. And okay, so now we have another book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I always forget his Deepak Chopra. So obviously I took the thing off, but this is what it is. And this book is amazing. Again, if you could see what kind of books I read, definitely is self-improvement, self-help books. I just love, you know, discovering different ways of thinking when it comes to making, kind of unlearning what we've been learning since we were smaller. And because it's very important to do that. And just, it helps you kind of like push forward and stop self-doubting yourself. Sometimes I still struggle with that, but I feel like reading these books really like open up my mind and be like, hey, you know, remember that book? It said keep going, or do something different, or do this differently to keep pushing forward. So definitely recommend this one. This one actually talks about how important it is to have quiet time. A lot of us don't realize that our brains really never stop thinking, and it's like chaos. So sometimes we need that quietness and stay still in order for us to develop ideas and to kind of like pretty much recharge. So this is a great book. It talks about the 7 laws of spiritual success. I don't know if I should like ruin it for you guys, but like the law of pure potentiality, the law of giving, the law of karma, cause and effect, which you know we all know about karma. The law of least effort, that one's a good one. The law of intention and desire, the law of detachment, which is very important and actually reminds me of the Buddhist. The law of dharma, and the law of dharma or purpose in life. So definitely, I will tell you the honest truth. The honest truth is you need this book, and you need the Think Like a Mother book, which I don't have. Pretend it's like right here. I was like painting or doing something with a pen over there. Ignore. The last book that I'm going to talk to you guys about is this one. This one's by Louise Hay. It's called Gratitude, A Way of Life. And these are small stories about people who are very thankful of certain things that happen in their life. I think it's very important for us to always remind ourselves of the things that we're thankful for, because a lot of times we take things for granted, and that's when you go into depression. Things seem like they're not gonna get better, and I definitely think everyone should be reading this. At least keep it in your coffee table and just open a random page and start reading a story of what happened to this person and what they're grateful for. There's amazing stories on here, and it kind of just makes you think like, wow, that's really nice, or like, I didn't think that story would end like that. Different stories, and it's great to see how much gratitude is in our lives, and people write about it. So I think this book is really important. So this is part 1 of the holiday book giving guide, and part 2 is gonna come up pretty soon, but first I have to do some reading. So I picked up these 2 books, the Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, which I know I'm gonna love regardless. I've been listening to his podcasts for a long time, and I know pretty much his life story, but I wanted to pick this up just to see, you know, how it is in a book form. So I'm gonna read that. And then I also picked up the Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth, Awakening Your Life's Purpose, and I'll let you guys know how this goes. Obviously, you already saw my little highlighter pop out, because I love taking notes or just highlighting special sentences in books. So alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, next time maybe I'll make some drinks for you guys, some holiday drinks, and we'll have more fun. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.